Hello. Today I'm outside in nature, so you can hear the birds chirping. There might be a few little bit of construction noises here and there. But yeah, nice in nature, a nice sunny day, Friday. So stay tuned. We're going to be talking about Zenabis, their operational update, and their financing, as well as how cannabis, I believe, will be a $1 trillion industry in the future, and how in this year, because it's an election cycle, very well could have a very big rise in prices in some of these stocks, starting most likely at the end of June, coming into July, and really heating up. So yeah, it'll be very interesting. So stay tuned. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It's on the bottom of the right screen or in the below the screen, and subscribe. I talk a lot about commodities and cannabis. I was talking about rhodium back when it was about like $1,600, and it went all the way to $13,000. And I was talking about palladium. I've been talking about commodities for a long time, and now commodities are starting to really shine. So it's very interesting. And I've been talking a lot about cannabis. I do insane amounts of research to understand these companies and look at their balance sheets, and I've been progressively learning to be extremely advanced as far as researcher, knowledgeable about the industry. And not just that, with commodities as well, uranium, copper companies, nickel companies, palladium companies, platinum companies, you name it, mining companies such as oil companies as well. I know them all. I'm very understanding of all the situations going. So I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research, due diligence, and you like the investments you're pursuing. Yeah, so I actually, before I get into this, I just want to share this. This is my camera. So this is a telephoto zoom lens. So I'm going to try to get some bird photos today. I really like birds, and the birds are just coming back. I also might be doing some live streams soon. I got this cord. I messed up my cord before, so I had to get it shipped, and so I've been having headphones for a while, so it's nice to have that. Anyways, let's get into this. So today, I don't think any cannabis companies, not too many of them really went up. I saw True Leaf go down. I saw a lot of them come down. But Kamenko, look into uranium before I talk about what I want to talk about. I just got these $15 strikes all the way till 2022 CCO. Uranium's up to $33, and just a while back it was like in the 20s. Uranium can go to $100. So I was right about talking about how rhodium would go to $10,000. So I was right about being interested in all that stuff. Gold and platinum and all this stuff. Platinum hasn't done very good, but I wouldn't be surprised if that changes in the future. So I'd recommend looking into Kamenko. They're the #1 uranium company, and they're on a tear. I do think they can pull back a bit, but long term, in the next 6 to 12 months, I see a very nice future for uranium. And I got 24 months or close to that on my time on my expiration. So who's to say? Look at the big miners like Newmont Mining. It's like $60 stock. So some of these miners can go to really high levels, and they're at low prices, some of them. So I recommend watching a lot of my other channels, my videos. I mean, basically I've got so many hours of videos, like 400 hours. So just kind of taking a break, because if people want to find the research on like certain companies, it's all on my channel, so they can just search. So I mean, if you want to scroll through all my videos and just like watch in the back, like some of them aren't the best quality, but I have all the information there, and leave a comment in the section and I'll reply. So anyways, also add me on Compound Stock 13 on Twitter as well. So okay, so let's get into this. So Zenabis, basically, they are dealing with their debt, so it's adding dilution. They owe like $70 million in 70 million in warrants at 7 cents. I mean, it's not very bullish for right now, but there's also some type of royalty agreement, basically, that if they make like over 20 million in cannabis revenue, they have to pay like 3% royalty, and if it's above like 25 or 30, I don't have the sheet with me, but it is a royalty agreement with the financiers. So I mean, they're definitely seeing some money in the future for Zenabis. And if Ontario really opens up, which I think it will in the future, to having like 300 500 stores, and their Europe, their export with EU GMP and all that stuff, getting more cannabis out the door into international, that's going to really grow their business. So I mean, they're going to add dilution and stuff, but the worries is, I guess, that they could do a reverse split, the same as how Aurora is doing, and I would not like that at all. And but I'm not saying to buy it right now. I'm not saying, I'm just wanted to update it, to be honest. But it is at pretty much 52-week low. So I mean, if you were gonna buy it anytime, it wouldn't be any lower. They also got a bit more money, so it's interesting. I think that they're gonna struggle, especially going on with what's going on. But there's definitely upside, and who's to say, if more stores open up and their business really starts flourishing with their medical and all that. So it'll be interesting. I do think that the stock can go a lot higher, but I don't control the future. And their operational update, they're basically saying they did about 5,200 kilograms, as far as I can remember, for February, I think it was. So I mean, they're really getting up to the kilograms, like they're doing like 60,000 kilograms. That's like their run rate around. Like, I mean, they're staged, the production capacity is over 100,000 kilograms, but they're not growing that much yet. Langley hasn't really fully flourished, but EU GMP, their Atholville facility, is going to be dynamic, which it is. So I mean, that's really helping out their revenues. And I mean, it's definitely interesting. But why I kind of like them, why I haven't sold them, is because the story about cannabis is not over, and any of the companies that are still standing, that they haven't gone bankrupt in the next like 6 months, when the time comes, like close to election cycle. When the last cycle, it was basically CANOPY-GROWTH in 2016 went from about $2.50 all the way to $17 as a high in that time frame. So there can definitely, they're not going to go that high, but I mean, they're at $20. I mean, who's to say they're not going to go to $100 before the end of the year? So I'm not saying to buy CANOPY-GROWTH right now or not, but a lot of people think that the bottom's already been hit back in March, which I kind of tend to agree. And so it probably will never hit those lows for a while, unless they were to go bankrupt. But I think David Klein, he's laying off companies, workers, I mean. So basically, cutting the costs. So it'll be interesting. I mean, definitely, I'm not a super bear on CANOPY-GROWTH anymore, but I'm not buying CANOPY-GROWTH. But I do, think that they can go a lot higher. So I like, the industry is going to be $1 trillion industry. I mean, you look at, it's taken away sales from alcohol sales. So, I mean, it's definitely, there's 35 million people in Canada, and, people are going to use more cannabis. The beverages are going to grow. I like Valens with their beverages. When they come, I'd like to have them. Yeah, so you can hear the birds in the background. I love that. It's very nice to be out in nature, calm down and relax. But I mean, I think it's going to take a long time before that happens, because it has to be with different countries getting their medical as well as their recreational. So when that kind of happens, but I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting in the next coming years. I mean, we are in the Twilight Zone. I mean, you got people, the government, they're giving everybody money who just got laid off to sit in their homes. So, I mean, and I work in oil companies, and they're like, we have like a rumor list, and the rumor list, all the dates for these work jobs are just like scribbled through, postponed. So I mean, whether that changes, but I don't know. So it's definitely interesting. I'm not very bullish on oil right now. The companies, for a little bit, I think it needs to come back down, because I mean, there's no reason why ExxonMobil and some others should have gone as high with the price being as low it is, because they're losing tons of money. It's just the fact that institutions don't want to let it go to bankrupt and get to too ridiculously low prices. Kind of the same how they were nurturing CanTrust when it was going down so much. I mean, like, CanTrust should have been like 0.04 cents but they had cash. So I mean, it's interesting. I just saw a robin bird. So yeah, it's just interesting, just out in nature. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I got to say. I'm probably gonna do some more videos, and in nature maybe. We'll see. I think this channel is gonna get big, and it's just gonna take time. And I think I have some excellent information, and I think I have some excellent subscribers, and I thank all my subscribers that have been through follow the channel and supported me, and give me thumbs up. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. I do truly appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I have to say. I'm just chilling out in nature. I'm gonna have a beer. So yeah, I mean, I got lots more to talk. Leave a comment in the comment section, and yeah, I mean, got lots going on. Where to start? There's just so much stuff going on in my brain. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, anyways, keep compounding your info, listen to my lingo, and shaka peace. I'm outie 4-5.